Hello guys, today I'll be talking about the F40PH. Let's get on straight on it on this cool and very most cool locomotive. The EMD F40PH is the most famous locomotive ever. From being on TV shows to The Simpsons, it has been the most loved and thrilling engine ever. But let's see how they got famous and starting around their history of Amtrak. This is when companies tried to find the F unit. The F unit was known as the EMD F40PH. It was from the very successful EMD GP40-2. The EMD F40 had some specifications. They had a full-width cowl body, the Model 40, and the PH standing. It was also used for passenger gearing too. The EMD F40PH had a top speed of 103 miles per hour. Its engine was an EMD 6045E3 16-cylinder engine. Its horsepower was 3,000 to 3,200 horsepower. Its weight was 260 pounds, a length of 56 feet 2 inches, and a width of 10 feet 7 inches, and a height of 15 feet 7.5 inches. It had head and power equipped with a Delco 500 to 800 kilowatt generator. Its horn came with a Nathan K508 or a P5 series horn. In May of 1975, Amtrak placed an order for 30 F40PH numbering from 200 to 229. These units were having 3,000 horsepower in their engines. Some units were numbered 230 to 415, and they had 3,200 horsepower. The F40PH service began on April 9, 1976. First, then the rebuilding of the quality and derailment issues of the SP40-F. The second issues were the extreme winter of 1976 to 1977, and they had steam-heated coaches or generators to keep everyone warm.
The first step was trading in 40 SDP-40Fs to EMD in exchange for 132 F40PHRs numbered 230 to 361.
The F40PHRs and the SDP-40F parts list were that they had an air compressor with electrical components. They even had water fuel tanks. But then Amtrak realized that the F40PH was a do-it-all locomotive, being they were being suited for all services across everywhere in the entire United States. Other railroads, that's the regional Transportation Authority, now called as now Metra, also did the same things too. The F40 nicknames were called Screamer because of its engine and that they were placed in the very back of the cab of the F40PH with their loud, shrilling engine. About April 1990, Amtrak had a lot of 215 F40PHRs. Amtrak's units were numbered 200 to 415 of the F40PHRs. They even replaced the SDP-40F and the P-30CH fleet too. Soon later, some of the F40s were 15-year-olds, and Amtrak tried to find a new locomotive known as the GE Genesis, known as the P40DC. When Amtrak still wanted to find a new locomotive that should have fuel-efficient, lightweight, and do-it-all service, Amtrak found a new locomotive known as GE Genesis. The Amtrak P40 specifications were that they had 4,000 horsepower, 25 more than the F40PH. They had 22% more fuel efficient and had a single shell body design, or other words known as monocoque. The GE Genesis fleet was also fully computerized, making sure that able to maintain stable operations when the GE Genesis are on the tracks to alert or check fuel pressure and other stuff. The GE Genesis P40 was also 14 inches shorter in height, 35.5 centimeters. After that, GE had made the P32 a BWH to a standard locomotive as a stopgap measure until the P40 DC was ready. But then after that, the P40 was ready for service beginning in 1993, and the F40PH was retired. But some of them had been converted into known as non-power control unit, or for short NPCU. But then Amtrak decided in 1996 up to 2007, most of the F40PH were going to be converted into non-power control units, or known for NPCU. They will be found in Amtrak California and other services across the United States. The Amtrak NPCU modifications was that they removed the power components, such as like the prime mover and other stuff for the locomotive. They even installed a rolled-up baggage door, known for the nickname Cabbage. Then, after that, they retained functional control stands for push and pull operations. F40s even begun like in railroad companies like as Coaster, Metra, Tri-Rail, and other stuff like Caltrain. Well, that's it for today's video. I might do the Metra engine F40PH. I might do that when I wake up tomorrow, but I don't know. But goodbye, and I'll see you later. Stay safe on the higher iron or on the Surfliner. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. This is 2113 Creations and out.